Oh, thank God. Are you guys alright?
Yeah, no thanks to you. What the hell is going on here?
It's a long story, but if we pull ourselves together, then I think we can escape. Do you have a plan? I do, so listen up and we might be able to escape. Greetings, travelers. I'm your host, the C. Dot that knows a lot, Dr. Waluigi. After the critical and financial success of the previous movie, New Line decided to move forward with its next film for Freddy. But where to go from here? They had already given us great ideas with the dream world, including possession and dream powers. Well, they did introduce an interesting idea for the new main character. It just didn't work as well as the last movie. This is A Nightmare on Elm Street 4: The Dream Master. The movie was originally planned to have Wes Craven attached to it. However, Craven's ideas weren't something that the producers wanted, as they felt it would go against the set rules of the dream world. Craven was then asked to be a part of the rewriting process, but eventually declined because Craven felt that he would try to make the film too much like the original movie. So, after many rewrites and finally finding the right director for the film, it was released to a warm welcomed return to the franchise's roots, making $49 million at the box office against a $6 million budget. The film begins with the three surviving members of the previous film, Kristen, Joey, and Kincaid, as they try to get on with their lives after the events at the mental institution. Even getting a new friend named Alice, played by Lisa Wilcox, who has trouble daydreaming and gets abused by her alcoholic father. However, one night as Kincaid is dreaming, he witnesses Freddy reform and begins his killing spree once again across the dream world. Can Freddy be stopped before his killing spree begins? And who is this new hero that must face off against Freddy as he battles the Dream Master? I have to applaud this movie's cast for having to deal with such hardships that were going on at the time. During this time period, the Writers Guild of America was going through a strike, and not many writers were available to help write the dialogue for the cast. So, much of the cast members had to write their own dialogue for certain scenes, which you can see if you watch the film. The best character that you see in this movie is Alice, which was an Easter egg that the writers made as she was named after the character of Alice in Wonderland. Her character was written to grow into a badass 80s final girl at the end of the movie, which definitely works in this film's favor. The rest of the cast is also pretty good, with Robert Englund still playing the sick and twisted Freddy, and while I am disappointed that Patricia Arquette wasn't able to return to play Kristen, in this film she's played by Tuesday Knight, I still think that she was able to recreate Kristen's character. This movie's biggest win was the return of the subtle kills from the first and second movie. As I stated last time, I felt that while the kills were simple, much of that felt like Freddy was fighting superheroes rather than killing defenseless kids who were powerless against him. In this film, while it does still keep the dream power idea, it's only delegated to one character and keeps some of the more silly kills to a minimum. As was the theme for this era, the biggest problem with this and the two preceding Nightmare films is that Freddy became a clown throughout the movies. While there are some moments in the movie that I would consider being scary, eventually we get some sillier kills in this movie. There are three major kills that stick out to me. First is the one where Freddy turns Debbie Stevens, played by Brooke Theus, into a cockroach and proceeds to squish her inside of a cockroach hotel. At first, this kill is scary because of the transformation sequence. However, once she is inside of the bug trap, that's when Freddy starts making puns and then squishes her between his hands. The second is when Freddy goes after Kristen. In this kill, Freddy appears to Kristen in her dreams by having him jump out of a sand dune on a beach and then putting on some shades as if to say, "Hey kids, hang out with your whole boy Freddy. We'll rap together." The final silly kill happens when Kincaid finds his dog in the place where Freddy was buried, and the dog proceeds to pee fire on Freddy's grave and then is resurrected. Oh yeah, I can just imagine Kincaid's reaction to this. Wow, man, it took my dog pissing on your grave to wake you up? That's sad. The movie does feel like a return to the original film and adding what worked in part 3. However, it's still one of the movies that turned Freddy from a creepy creature of the night to a lazy, unimaginative, common slasher villain. I give this movie a 5 out of 10. While I don't blame the filmmakers for the way this movie was handled, I still feel that this was a significant downgrade for Freddy's career. Thanks for watching, I'm Dr. Waluigi, and remember, don't judge a book by its cover, cause you'll never know what's inside. Good night, everyone! That's the plan. Does everyone know what to do? Good. Let's get ready. This thing doesn't know what's going to hit it.